And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. It does say we're live, but so far it's... There we go. We are in fact live. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone. Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm joined today with returning guest Nathan X2000. Or no, not... Sorry, Doctor Kalkyl. Sorry.
Hello, it's me. Yes, hi. I'm that one person, dude.
Sorry. I don't know why I said that, but anyways. But yeah,
I guess we're profile pictures, sort of.
I don't know. But anyways, today we are back with some more Terror of Godzilla. And before I even start into reading this, I have to say the front cover of this issue is going hard as fuck. Just, that is a gloriously good front cover.
Oh, yes. Very.
Let's see if I'm going to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Because this needs to be seen in all its glory in one image. Because, yeah. This is what comic books should look like for front covers, because, yeah, that is gloriously good. Aura says, the return of Godzilla, of Japan's greatest weakness, Godzilla, because when it's a coin flip, if the big lizard will help or destroy you. Johnny says, hello everyone, Johnny's here. Yes, that's a very different name for him. Aura says, hi Johnny, grab a gun and start running, because it's Godzilla time. It is. So yeah, this issue we're going to be getting into. Johnny says, I don't know if it would be scarier to be in the ship or at that place seeing the whole thing. Yeah, that's a good question at that point. So let's see, anyways. Ura says, also had to reload the page because YouTube didn't want to start for me for some reason. Yeah, funny how that works sometimes with YouTube. Yeah, so... Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Terror of Godzilla. Written and illustrated by one person with,
Illustrated by Kazuhisa Iwata.
Mm-hmm. And the English version has 2 translators plus a letterer.
Well, that's probably necessary.
And an editor as well. So, this comic, which had to be translated from Japanese to English, had a total of 5 people read the plot of it before it actually made it here to North America.
Hopefully that's a sign that it's intelligible? Maybe?
What I'm getting at, though, is this comic written originally in Japanese still has less than half the number of people needing to translate and bring it over than a High Republic comic needs, period.
Yep, that's true. That's definitely true. Those so-called comics require a lot more staff than is really necessary at all.
Yep. Funny how that works, and their quality of work seems to be significantly less than what you find on this. I love how this comic also, at least the Japanese version, was made entirely by one person, who did both the artwork and the writing. Really also sets home the fact that, again, High Republic needs a whole bunch of people to do that as well. Johnny says, why is Godzilla making that face? He just stepped on Bambi, that bastard. Yeah, yeah, for those who don't know, I think it was actually this film, where if you had the VHS copy back in the day, they included a copy of Bambi Meets Godzilla on the VHS tape before the proper film itself began.
What?
Which technically means that Bambi Meets Godzilla is an official Toho film, which is really funny.
I don't know what to say about that.
It also calls into question the sequels to Bambi Meets Godzilla as to whether they're considered canon or not. And yes, that is sequels with a plural.
What? Oh, okay. That's... Yeah, I can't.
Johnny says it could have been worse. Bambi could have gone to Vietnam like Mickey Mouse did. Oh boy. And I know that reference pretty well. So there's a channel that's, for those who don't know, that's known for making cartoons, but taking famous cartoon characters like Mickey Mouse. And also, or not necessarily cartoon characters, but characters that are kids show characters like Thomas the Train Engine, and putting them in situations that are not very kid-friendly, such as Mickey and Goofy going to Vietnam, or Thomas making sure that the trains run on time, and then getting tried for it at Nuremberg.
Oh god, wait, is that Ethereal Snake, did you say?
It might be the name of the channel. Let me actually check real quick, just for the sake of it.
Something Ether, something Snake is the one I'm thinking of, at least. Because I'm thinking of the one where they're in Vietnam and Mickey kills Goofy because he finds the documents that tell that state that the Vietnam War was a bunch of bullshit.
Ethereal Snake. Yep, that's the dude.
He's also the one who makes the Jesus cartoons where Jesus is just a buff dude who beats the shit out of people. I love those. Feds! What are they doing here?
Ura says, when the fan fiction goes too far, Godzilla versus Bambi. And Johnny says, oh, you sweet innocent fellow, there is so much worse. I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of weird stuff Godzilla related because, you know, character's been around since the 50s, and, like, I remember, for example, there being back when cassette tapes were a thing, there was a cassette tape that was all supposed to be the story of Godzilla fighting a monster in Lake Michigan for some reason. So, I'm probably going to have to figure out where I can find a copy of that and maybe find a way to upload the audio onto the internet, since I don't think anyone else has done that before. Ura says, also, Ace, do you know why comics like High Republic need so many people? I'm sure I learned the reason. They need replacements to work between self-loathing, dry-heaving, and regret. Yes, that would probably explain some of it. Ura says, to Johnny, I have been around the internet block for 25 years now. I have written fan fiction. I know just how bad shit can get.
Really?
And I know, at this point, can we just call High Republic fan fiction bad fan fiction at that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, everything that's like made by not the original creators, technically fan fiction. Well, okay. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because that assumes that the writers of High Republic are fans.
Yeah, that is something that crossed my mind too. But anyways, let's go ahead and actually get into some Terror of Godzilla.
Yup. Oh, Gamba.
So the last issue, for those who don't know, because it did end up on a bit of a cliffhanger for those who haven't been around, Godzilla actually got basically taken down by the Super X, who kept firing, I think it was cadmium missiles into his mouth to try to shut down basically, they treat him like a nuclear reactor, and they're doing this to try to shut him down. So that's the setup for this, because this comic book series, for those who don't know, is basically a comic book retelling of Godzilla 1984, aka Godzilla 1985, aka Return of Godzilla, because there's a whole bunch of names for this film, and different versions with different edits, so...
1994.
Yeah, some of the edits are very substantial changes to the plot as well, I should mention.
Isn't... No, never mind.
Alright. Anyway, so let's carry on. 200 miles above the Earth. An American nuclear... Let's get this.
What the heck?
Sorry. 200 miles above the Earth, an American nuclear missile races to intercept its errant Russian counterpart, aimed directly at Tokyo.
"5 seconds to detonation."
Yep.
It's a hit! The Americans did it!
100 miles above Tokyo, 2 missiles unleash their fury in a silent, airless burst. In the city below, shadows retreat underfoot, or hide in crevices as the contours of the world are bleached by the brighter-than-noontime flash. And then, just as suddenly, Tokyo is plunged back into darkness. Blackout!
What's going on?
Something's happening to the controls! The circuits are frying! You would think that the Super X would be resistant to the effects of an EMP blast, considering it's meant to fight in a potential nuclear war scenario, but that was to be fair, that was a bit of a plot hole that was established even in the comic. And I suppose you could argue that they didn't quite figure it out or something like that at the time. Well.
I know.
What? The phones have gone crazy! Ring, 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 ring.
I just got a comment on the man with a Moai statue head as a face.
Where?
The first panel, the guy to the left.
Yes, I see it! Ah!
Boom! Vine boom sound effect.
Alright, let's go ahead and carry on.
The nuclear explosion is causing interference and surges in the phone lines. Is that the same guy, I guess?
Yeah, well, go ahead and read it.
It's the electromagnetic pulse caused by the explosion. Communications of all kinds are going to be screwed up for a while.
At least Tokyo is safe again. Safe from the Russian missile. And from Godzilla. I knew the Super X would stop the monster, Prime Minister.
But is Tokyo really safe? What if Professor Hayashida is right?
Damn it! My equipment has its own power source, but I can't work with all the static in the lines. If we don't complete the tape soon...
That's you.
But Godzilla is down, but not dead, Goro. Crack. There's still a hell of a storm brewing out there. I've never seen anything like it. Lightning striking all over the city. If it gets much worse, we won't be going anywhere. Crack, crack. I fear this storm has not yet begun, Goro. Ah, the interference is clearing. Back to work. Naoko, there isn't much time.
Naoko.
I am going to have to give credit where credit is due. That is a glorious 2-page shot there.
Me when the EP.
Me when the edibles kick in. Crack. And he's back awake. To be fair, this is not the first time Godzilla has been revived by lightning. Though, technically, this is the first time in the Heisei continuity. They did this, I believe, with Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. They basically revived him via lightning there. In that case, though, they had to also do some other stuff, like basically create a lightning rod to send the electricity down to him. They used a sword as the improvised tip of the lightning rod, then had wire coils from that to hooked up to Godzilla. But anyways.
So, question: which AC/DC song do we play now? Thunderstruck or Back in Black?
Play them both.
Yes. Which song? Yes. What?
Chrome. Oh, that's a roar. My bad. I don't believe it. Godzilla was struck by lightning, and he's coming back to life. I told you the cadmium bombs hadn't killed him. They were a shock to his system, but now the countershock from the lightning has revived him. Then we can't stay here any longer. If Godzilla is alive, we've got to escape. No, Naoko and I haven't finished the tape yet. Don't you understand? That tape and its ability to lure Godzilla into my trap is the only hope Tokyo has. What good will the tape do if we're all killed before we ever get the chance to use it? At least it will be ready for someone else to use. Leave if you want, but let us work.
All power to main thrusters. I can get the Super X airborne, sir, but she'll be sluggish until the systems adjust to the electromagnetic interference. Also, we've used all the cadmium missiles. All we have left are conventional weapons.
That's just fine. Give us off the ground. Fire! Let him have it with everything we've got. Blah, 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 blah.
It's no use, sir. The cannons aren't having any effect.
Alright then. Evasive! Blah, blah. Now we've got him. Fire! Impossible!
Captain, we still have enough reserve power to make an escape.
No! Keep firing! The Super X will not be defeated!
We're starting to get communications back. I'm getting a report about Godzilla.
What's the message?
Godzilla is alive! The cadmium missiles didn't kill him after all. The Super X has resumed its fight against the monster, but conventional weapons only seem to make him angrier. Is that a Prime Minister?
Yeah. Then Professor... Alright, so yeah, you voice him. My bad.
Then Professor Hayashida was correct. Get me the professor. We must put this plan into effect immediately. I just hope we're in time.
We'll add one last reverberation to the track, Naoko. We can't waste any more time.
Yes, sir!
Get me the case, Goro. We're almost ready. Two more minutes, and the tape will be finished. Goro, contact the Defense Force. Have them send one of their helicopters to meet us on the roof. We've got to get Oshima Island. We've got to get to Oshima Island right away. Yes, sir. Now, if the Super X can hold if the Super X can just hold Godzilla's attention a little longer, Goro, let's go. The helicopter will be here any minute. We've just got to hope that the tape will work. There was no time for a test. What? Godzilla must be attacking this building. Keep moving. We've got to get to the roof. Up these stairs. What? No! The elevator's not working. The door won't... Sorry. The elevator's not working. The door won't open. Godzilla's attack must have set off the emergency system, automatically locking the door. Then we'll use the stairs. Look! The Super X is it! It's no match for Godzilla. Those men are doomed! Oh, we're hit!
Ah!
And another roar from Godzilla there. In the original movie, for the record, the Super X actually has to land, and Godzilla just knocks an entire skyscraper onto the thing.
I think I remember that.
Yep. Technically he throws a skyscraper on him here as well, but they're in the air here, so that probably sucks even harder. But Prime Minister, I have bad news. The Mobile Command has just relayed the word. Godzilla has destroyed the Super X.
The Super X?
Godzilla toppled an entire building onto it.
My god. Even our most powerful weapon has failed. It looks like Professor Hayashida's plan is our last resort. What's the situation with the copter that was sent to pick up Hayashida?
It should be arriving now. The professor will be at Oshima Island in an hour, provided there are no delays. No! The door to the roof is locked!
Goro, Professor, don't hurt yourselves.
I almost feel like she's being a smartass.
So don't hurt yourself. You could have your backs. In the building, Rito was being threatened to be completely destroyed by a giant monster. Be careful, guys. Oh, be careful of your back. Ooh. I guess.
I would almost believe that this character is trying to be a smartass if I didn't know that she's been depicted entirely as being sincere the entire story through. So,
No. No. We're not going to make it. We're all going to die! Godzilla will kill us!
Naoko, that's enough. I'm depending on you. Don't go to pieces on me now. Professor, I found this! We can drill out the lock. Zing, snap.
Goro!
I'll be alright, but the drill...
At least you tried.
No! We've got to get this tape to Mount Mihara. You wouldn't let me quit before when I wanted to run, and you were right. They told you you could, though. Okay, alright. If we don't follow through with the professor's plan, Godzilla will keep on destroying thousands. Millions will suffer. Oh my god! Did this comic just pull a...
Tokyo has fallen. Millions must suffer. It's Jover. Oh my god.
It's Jover. Tokyo has fallen. Millions must suffer. Crash. The tape!
Bro didn't drop it, he just threw it out the window. Just look at him, you can't tell me that's dropping anything, that's being stupid, he just threw it. You don't throw that?
Yeah.
Alright. Go, be careful.
I've got to get the tape. I've got it, Professor. I've got it. Okay, this part was not in the fucking film.
I can see why. I can see why they didn't turn the protagonist into Spider-Man for no reason. Except without the spider webs, though, well, that depends on the form of Spider-Man.
Goro, can you reach my hand? I don't think so. I guess I didn't do such a good job of saving the tape.
Goro!
Whoop, whoop.
Goro!
Got you.
Okay. Well, why didn't he get shredded by the rotor blades?
Okay, so the thing is, he didn't actually, when he fell, the rotor blade, okay, so the helicopter was already above them when he fell.
Oh, that makes sense. Would it be funnier if it was below them and just, oops? That wasn't what we tried to do. I might have made a few oversights here and there.
Immediately puts him back into the building rather than brings him up. Holy shit.
Well, that seems perfectly reasonable to me. I don't see the problem here.
I know you're mad at me, Goro. Naoko, but I'm throwing him out of the window. But I know you're mad at Goro, Naoko, but throwing him out of the window is a little extreme, isn't it? Holy shit, that is some shade.
Maybe if you weren't so dumb, lol. Brother.
Goro, are you alright? Don't worry about me, Professor. The copter can't hover here forever. Come on, Professor. Go, Professor. I'll get Naoko to safety.
Don't worry about us.
Just get that tape to Oshima Island. Good luck. Be careful. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so now I see that the once again YouTube has decided to hide all the comments so I couldn't read them. Thank you, YouTube. Very fucking cool.
Switch to live chat mode? Does that work?
Yeah, let's go ahead and... Okay, so... Ura says... I'm going to go ahead and start from where I left off. Ura says, I mean, Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Bridge is fan fiction. And you know what? They made Space Australia canon. Siege says, hello, boom. Ura says, hello, Siege. Be happy. Today you won't be killed by laughter. Only radiation. Siege says, oh snap, blackout, something I'm familiar with, being South African, lol. Ura says, selective plot armor for vehicles, ace plus. We can excuse this by saying Godzilla's bullshit is different kind of EMP. Siege says, I can relate to the lack of electricity, damn EMP. Ura says to Siege, buy a kinetic generator and a bicycle. Automatic energy generation, and healthy living. This and many other recommendations. Siege says, I hate acronyms. Johnny says, I, the Prime Minister, am glad that my nation, of which I am Prime Minister, has been protected. But I, the Prime Minister, am uncertain about this lasting long. Johnny says, whoa. Is that fucking blackface? Oh, no, he's burned. Okay. Ura says, Godzilla is high. I repeat, Godzilla is high. Siege says, Godzilla is hangover angry. And Johnny says, Godzilla, I had a horrible dream. I was smaller in a city full of people that spoke English, and there was a lot of fish. Yes, and the dream died with him dying to 6 fucking missiles from aircraft.
Great movie, guys. Good job.
Oro says, if Ace can emulate Godzilla's roar without shredding his voice, then we have to pledge money to him. Okay. You mean I've been missing out on business opportunities? Well, not anymore. Johnny says to Uros, Godzilla, aw, Beast, Kong. That was some dank stuff. King Kong, you said it, Goji or Goku. You said it, G. Johnny says, before let them fight, there was let us fight. Wait, what? Or says, do a Battletech, use machine guns, and aim for the cockpit. Silver in Sonic 06, it's no use. I was thinking that too!
Do a Battletech minus the pit.
Siege says, impossible. Johnny says, Godzilla, I'm about to pull a Silver Space Invaders move and shoot through my shield. I mean building. Yeah, he does that too in the movie. And then Johnny says, I, the Prime Minister, demand you listen to me. The Prime Minister, when I say, give it your all in protecting the nation of which I am Prime Minister. For those who don't know, this is a running joke because in this comic they decided to really like referring to the dude as Prime Minister a bunch of times in one single panel or something. Ura says Godzilla wins. Brutality. Then Johnny says, then we'll use the stairs. A dev of Final Fantasy VII looked at the scene and thought, I got something cruel and funny from this. And Kaijuality, I, the Prime Minister, cannot believe what I, the Prime Minister, am hearing through the ears belonging to me, the Prime Minister, when you say to me, the Prime Minister, alright, we get it already. Ura says, remember the old movies? Hysterics is better dealt with when you slap the shit out of someone. Tokyo has fallen. Gumpla must suffer.
Damn.
Johnny says, shouldn't that be it's shins over? Okay, that is good. I like that one. And Tokyo has fallen where Gerard Butler when you need him. His arm is broken. Uru says they're Japanese. They are flexible. And Johnny says, CJ was thinking that. Incredible save. Now go back into the building that's collapsing and whatnot. Johnny says, my arm is broken. Oh, just Japanese spirit it back into place. YouTube is backstabbing Ace again, says Urus. Big surprise. Siege says his arm may be broken, but it's okay. He'll walk it off. And Urus says if he needed his arm to walk well, we would have some problems. All right, now that we have finally gotten through the chat that YouTube has up till now been denying from C, let's go ahead and continue. Come on, Naoko. We've got to get out of here.
Right, down the stairs.
Crack. We're all right. Keep moving. Ah! The stairs are gone. What now? Wait here. I have an idea. Crash. We'll climb down the hose and hope the stairs are intact on the lower floors. Careful, Naoko. Okay, now let's find somewhere safe to hide until the professor's tape lures Godzilla away from Tokyo.
The professor's plan may also fail, Goro. We may not find anywhere safe. Not ever again.
Stop it! You can't have that attitude. We have to at least give the professor's plan a chance.
I know, but what if it fails?
Well, Naoko, you still have me. No matter what happens, I'll protect you.
That's in the comic. There's it. Oh, my hair.
Well, you guys were saved because I didn't do any of the Godzilla roars because I didn't see that comment until later.
That's not how they sound.
Alright, let's see what we've got here. Finish line. Bah humbug, or I mean, don't let your holiday gift-giving commitments get you down. I have the answers to all of your shopping dilemmas right here. No need to take notes, just rip this page right out of the comic, after purchasing it, of course, and start shopping. We'll start with the small stuff, the stocking stuffers. Individual comics fit the bill perfectly, and what says Christmas more than copies of Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then. Mark Schuttz's Subhuman, or the Terminator. Okay, I'm now going to have to start reading the Terminator comic, because even through this low quality copy of the front page, that still, I can already tell, looks badass.
Looks like the purest form of metal, which is exactly what the Terminator is built out of. Wonderful.
Actually, Buffy number 4 contains a lovely holiday story, so you might want to pick up several of those. Okay, what's next? You may get invited to a party or two, so you'd better have some hostess gifts on hand. I suggest trade paperbacks. Dark Horse has a wide variety from which to choose. From classics like Aliens, Star Wars, or Frank Miller, and Geoff Darrow's collaborations Hard-Boiled or The Big Guy and the Rusty Boy Robot, to our latest releases Gru, Sin City Booze, Broads and Bullets, and Space Uzaki. Hipsters on your list will love Too Much Coffee Man gift packed. This lovely gift box contains a generously sized coffee mug, a t-shirt, and an handsome pin, each emblazoned with the image of Shannon Wheeler's caffeined out hero. Or if you're on a budget, each of these items is also available separately.
They already used the term hipster, and like, what the hell is this, the 80s? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the 80s. The older set will have hours of fun with any one of many Dark Horse Zippo lighters, Dark Horse shot glasses, or combinations thereof. New for December is the latest officially licensed Betty Page Zippo, number 3 in the series, with a beautiful gem silk illustration of Betty as Cleopatra.
Hold on, this is actually, the comic is apparently from the 90s, if the things at the bottom of this page are to be trusted.
Well, this might be a re-release, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, since it says it at the top of the, like at the very beginning, on the very front cover.
Let's check, because now I'm really curious when exactly this came out. It looks like it might have came out of 98 from looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that explains it. Oh yeah, this is definitely 90s, and now I know I can also show exactly how. Children of all ages will be... Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and continue this. Children of all ages will be delighted with Dark Horse's new action figures from Ghost, also available in 2 variants, Glow in the Dark and Chrome, or Martha Washington, available with 3 different hairstyles, each variant of her own unique collection of gear. All of the figures come with exclusive special edition comic books and feature packaging that allows you to take them out and play with them without destroying the packaging. Finally, for that special someone, Dark Horse has the much-anticipated X-Files figurines. There you go, that's proof that this is the 90s. Choose from Fox Mulder or Dana Scully or get both. They're for that special person in your life, remember? Sculpted by Carl Surges, these fully painted figures perfectly capture the essence of everybody's favorite FBI agents. They are a must-have for any filesophile.
Neologisms are great.
Happy shopping and happy holidays, Randy Stradley, the special someone in your life. So yeah, this is very clearly 1998 or so. I'm just thinking of these days, if you're getting a match set of figures of the X-Files for your special someone, I'm just imagining the tinfoil hat relationship that constitutes these days.
Gotta say though, I didn't know I had favorite FBI agents. No.
I'm sure our FBI agents have their favorite people they watch on YouTube as part of their job.
Hello.
Hello. Please don't demonetize me again.
Like, I don't have an FBI agent watching me because I don't get any views.
For maximum manga madness, try Viz graphic novels and magazines. Special cover by Jim Lee. Okay. Japan's hungriest hero is back. Eat Man, the second course.
Oh my god.
I am now curious as to what the hell Eat Man is.
1998, Akihito Yoshitomi.
Mobile Police Patlabor Basic Training, Viz graphic novel. When terrorists get their hands on military mecha, the Patlabor squad fights fire with fire. So this is another IP about police having to use mechs because the bad guys, the terrorists in this case, have become too militarized.
Is this that one's the other one's not Japanese though, is it?
No?
No. Yeah. Was it LAPD Future Cop? Was that the title?
Future Cop LAPD, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The Return of Urusei Yatsura ran attacks. She's cute, sweet, and she wants Loom dead. Planet Earth isn't big enough for them both. Okay, then.
Urusei. I don't know if it's say or say.
We got a few more pages here. Holy shit, they are advertising Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, boy, let's go!
Yeah, this pretty much also dates it to 1998. But holy shit, was this a gloriously good game.
Wish I played it.
It is available on GOG and Steam. You do have to do a few things. You do have to do a number of things to get it to run. Alternatively, you could use Project 64. Just make sure you have a actual cartridge of the game. Wink, wink.
Is it possible to mod, what's it called? Battlefield? No, not Battlefield. Star Wars Battlefront 2? The old one?
Yes, it is possible to mod it. I'm not sure you can actually mod it into Rogue Squadron, but you can definitely mod Battlefront 2. There's a lot of glorious mods for Battlefront 2, in fact. So yeah, definitely something I would recommend. Anyways, let's go ahead and read this ad. Through the flight goggles of Star Wars Rogue Squadron, as the Rebel Flight Commander, you have 5 starfighters to fly, 15 planets to save from destruction, and a hangar full of proton torpedoes, cluster missiles, and laser cannons, all at your fingertips. Now go blow the evil Empire to bits. Only you can save the galaxy on N64. Want even more hyperspace? Then boost your system with the N64 expansion pack for supercharged graphics. Get N64 or get out. I'm pretty sure you have way more than 5 starfighters, though, if you include the ones that you can unlock. I'm actually going to have to, let's see how many you have. You have the X-Wing, A-Wing, Y-Wing, the land speeder, or the air speeder, and then the V-Wing. So that's 5 right there. You also get the Millennium Falcon and the TIE Interceptor, so that's 7. You can convert the V-Wing into a 1960s Buick as part of a cheat code.
That's, okay.
The Skyhopper is technically flyable in a single mission. So if we include that, that puts us up to what, 9 now? Yeah. Or no, that puts us up to 8. Because, yeah. And then you have...
8?
Yeah, the 8. Because you had the 5 original, then you have Millennium Falcon, the TIE Interceptor as well, and then that Buick. So that's 8. And then you have the Naboo Starfighter, which puts us up to 9. Although the Naboo Starfighter is extremely hidden on the N64 version, and they had to actually add it in via patch on PC so it wouldn't get data mined. Which shows you just how much effort went into preventing secrets like that from coming out. In fact, the cheat code for the N64, there was 2 cheat codes that you had to put into the N64 to get it. And the first gave you a false, yeah, you got the cheat code wrong the first time, just to try to throw people off. So they really made sure to try to hide it as thorough as possible. And it actually worked. It's one of those few cases where they were successful in preventing people from finding out about the Naboo Starfighter until they were actually ready. Johnny O'Malley says, okay, so yeah, overall, what are your thoughts on this particular comic?
It makes some weird choices, but I mean, I like Godzilla stories are rarely good because of the human characters. I've heard Godzilla -1 is actually really good, specifically because they actually do the human story right, but it's usually not the strong part. And it feels like that here, but like the Godzilla visuals, they're peak.
Agreed.
Certainly true.
I will say this. This is one. It is, as silly as it may sound, I think the original 1984 is one of the better ones for the human story side of it. Not as good as, say, the original Godzilla. But it is. But compared to some of the stuff they had with the Showa and Heisei era, this I would argue is a little bit better than some of the, at least for the human side of things.
Well, maybe just because I haven't been, with this for that much. I guess that's why I said I don't know.
Like, well, some of them, yeah, are absolutely have some pretty weak stories. Like, well, Son of Godzilla, the human side of it is kind of weak. Well, really kind of weak. Though Son of Godzilla, I've heard a lot of people say is the chick flick of Godzilla films. So if you have a sweetheart, that's the one to watch, basically.
Oh, if only, as it were.
Johnny O'Malley says Godzilla -1 is one of the best giant monster movies I've ever seen. There's a lot I enjoy about it. Yeah, it is the only Godzilla movie where I will say, at this point, that it legitimately rivals the original for how good of a film it is.
I should watch it, in other words.
You should abso-fucking-lutely watch Godzilla -1.
It would be the second Godzilla movie I've watched.
You know what? I might just have to bring back the movie nights on the first whatever of every month, just so we can start watching stuff again. Because, yeah, we could actually go through the whole Godzilla franchise. I have all of them at this point.
Of course.
Oh wait, I do need to pick up Godzilla -1. Now that I think about it. I'm just going to have to find a place that sells the DVDs for it. Siege says, I have seen it, can confirm. Yep. Ura says, we need more kaiju movies, games, and, well, just more. Yeah. Here's the thing. I will say this. There are some legitimately great Godzilla games out there. Godzilla Save the Earth is one of the best. I would argue Godzilla Save the Earth is the best Godzilla movie. Or no, the best Godzilla game out there, period. Destroy All Monsters Melee and the other one, Unleashed, are the other... So yeah, it's a trilogy game, so you have Destroy All Monsters Melee, then you have the Earth, and then you have the third one, which is Unleashed. Unleashed has the problem of releasing on the Wii, and has to deal with that stupidity of having to use the Wii waggle a lot for a lot of stuff. Plus, the Wii was not exactly much of a powerhouse at that point. The alternative was the PS2, and the PS2 looks significantly more dated. So some context. I played Godzilla Save the Earth on the Xbox, and getting from that to Unleashed was an actual downgrade in visuals for obvious reasons. Johnny says there is also a minus color version. Yes, I have not seen the minus color version myself. Maybe I should, just to see if it makes that much of a difference. You'd be surprised how much certain versions of films can change up the tone of them pretty well, thoroughly. Like, there is that one Italian Godzilla film where they colorized the original Godzilla, called Kozilla, which is absolutely psychedelic.
I like how that just changes a single thing. Actually, no, I'm not gonna talk about how I'm learning Japanese and shit.
But yeah, Kozilla is an absolutely psychedelic ride if there ever was one. They also added a whole bunch of other stuff to it as well, changed some scenes around. And I appear to have some connection issues, maybe.
There was a slight weird thing, and well, no. Okay, wait, no.
All right.
Maybe.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to call it the stream since we are starting to have issues. So yeah,